Airport. There.
Okay. So which pre-flight action is specific per each flight? B. Become familiar with all available information.
Yep.
Pre-flight action as required for all flights away from the main city of an airport shall include study verb. Uh, back shift. I think the A, the designation of the alternate. No. Ah,
So it's C, an alternate course of action if the flight cannot be completed. So what I like about this is we don't have to go back to the rules. The rules, they just write it here in the
yeah.
explanation. So yeah, just remember that.
Okay, alternate course. Yeah.
So let me mark that one. Oops, mark it.
In addition to other pre-flight action for VFR fly away from the city of the departure for regulation, require the pilot government to determine runway length at airport or intending use.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Flight crew members are required to keep their safety belt and shoulder harness fastened during takeoff and landings,
Yep.
which best describe the flight conditions under which flight crew members will require to keep their
So you already know that they have to keep
up
it during takeoff and landings. You can choose
A.
so A.
Hmm?
So safety belts during takeoff and landings, and then shoulder harnesses during takeoff and landings. So they say it's C. So you have to do your safety belts during takeoff and landing and while en route, then shoulder
Uh-huh.
harnesses during takeoff and landings.
Huh.
It says each required flight member shall keep their seatbelt fastened while at their station. I think that's
Okay.
the key word here is while at your station. Like for example, um,
Like when you sit.
yeah, when you're sitting in your seat, you have to put your
Notes.
these seatbelts on because pilots are always sitting at their seat. They're always wearing their seatbelts. Flight attendants, they're not sitting at their seat, so they walk around. But when they do sit at their seat, they put their
The
seatbelts on.
seatbelt on. Yeah.
And then you also, if you remember the announcements during the airports, they say in the airplane, they say if you're sitting at your seat, please keep your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
If you want to use the bathroom, you take it off.
Yes.
Okay, next.
With respect to passenger, what obligation, if any, does a pilot in command concerning use of seatbelt? The pilot must brief the route. B. Must brief the passenger
hmm
on
So
the use
it's
of safety
it's
belt.
it's the pilot in command's responsibility to make sure the passenger knows how to use the seatbelt. But if
Yeah.
you notice in the airlines, the flight attendants do it. So even though it's the pilotman's responsibility, they can tell like their flight attendants.
To do it.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to make sure that all the passengers have been briefed.
Okay, pre-takeoff briefing of passenger about when for the pilot in command. No, wait. Pre-takeoff. Oh, yeah, the pilot in command. With certain exception, safety belts are required to be secure about passenger during. With certain exception, taxi takeoff and landing.
hmm What would be the exception?
I don't know, maybe like emergency. Uh,
Yeah. In an emergency, you can break all the rules.
huh.
Loading slowly. Loading really slowly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Safety belts are required to be properly secured about which person in an aircraft and when. Each, no. I think B, passenger during taxi, takeoff, and landing.
Mhm.
No person may operate in an aircraft in information flying except by prior C, except by prior arrangement with the pilot in command. Which aircraft has the right of way over all the other? Uh, I think it's a balloon.
So remember,
Oh,
an aircraft in distress, in an emergency, you always have the right of way, the priority.
oh,
After
oh,
After that, then it will be the one that has the right of way is the one that's hardest to move. For example, if you don't have an engine, then you would have right of way, like if you're a glider. If you do have an engine, but you're just really slow, like a balloon, those are the ones that have right of way. So the one that is more difficult to move will be the one that has right of way. But
so it's B, then it's A, then it's C, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. What action is required when two aircraft can converge but not head on? The the faster aircraft should give away.
Remember, it's let me show you the picture. I
Wait,
think
but I remember I say the faster one. Oh, when they are head
I
on.
think you are thinking of this one, right? So if
Yeah.
you're thinking of if this one is trying to overtake, then the faster one has to move. So
Yeah.
the slower one is right away. But actually what the question is asking is this one. So the question is asking if two airplanes converge, but they're not head on, so they're not like about no, they're not like this head on, right? Then which
Uh-huh.
one has the right of way? The one on the right always has right of way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you can hear it in the answer, right of way, so on the right. But let's
Yeah.
look at the question again. So if the one on the right has the right of way, then the one on the left shall give way.
Okay. Forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the left. Which aircraft has arrived for the other listed? Ah, again.
The one that's like the hardest to move.
Yeah, I think it's, it's aircraft towing another aircraft.
Yeah.
An airplane and an airship are converging if the airship is left of the airplane position, which can have the right way. Air airships left of the airplane position. The
So it's this, looks like this, but the
yeah,
airship is on the left, right?
yeah, but the airship has the least
But the
mobility.
airship can't move, right?
Yeah,
So what is the answer?
but
Or
the
it
airship is on
can
the
move,
left.
but really slowly. Which one has the answer?
B, the airplane. But the airship has the least mobility. Like,
So right now there's two rules.
yeah.
The rule about who like left and right, and then the
Yeah.
rule about airship and airplane. So
Mhm.
using common sense, which rule do you think is most important?
Which rule is more important?
Yeah, so if there's an airship here and there's airplane here, do you think it's easier for the airship to move out of the way, or do you think it's easier for the airplane to move out of
I
the way?
think it's the airplane.
Airplane. So
So
then
airplane should give away.
so airplane should give the way, so the answer would be
Oh, the answer will be the A, the airship. So airship has the right of way. Yeah.
yeah. So in this question, there's the two rules. When it's these two rules, the rule about airship is the one that
Comes
is
first.
comes first, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, which aircraft has the right of way over the other
Out of all of
aircraft?
these, which is harder to move around?
Uh, aircraft refueling other aircraft?
So the answer is glider because a glider has no engine. So a glider can't move as freely because they might run out of lift.
Yeah. Okay.
But these two have engines, so they can just move out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. Those three options are all under the non-regular conditions. I mean,
Yeah. Here, let me
oh,
mark this. I forgot to mark the ones you got wrong. It's okay. I mark it so we can go over it again in the future.
the right of way, the right of way. Okay. I think I know the right of way rules. I just don't know when
Oh, how
should
to
I
use it in real life?
yeah, when should I apply which one, because
Yeah.
yeah,
Which rule is the most important rule?
yeah. What action should the pilot of a glider and an airplane take if on a head-on collision course? Uh okay, it's head-on, so both pilots should give way to the right.
Yeah. So if you're about to crash into each other, then everybody has to do something to not crash.
Yeah, yeah. When two or more aircraft are approaching an airport for the purpose of landing, the runway belong to the uh at the lower altitude, but you should not take advantage of this rule.
Yeah.
A seaplane and a motorboat are on crossing course if the seaplane and motorboat if the motorboat is to the left or which is
So this is the question. If it's not even in the air, this is on like a lake.
yeah, it's on the lake. It's on the
Yeah.
sea level. From
The rules still apply. The one that is harder
to turn.
to maneuver,
Yeah.
or is it the rule that or is it this kind of rule?
Yeah, I think I think it's the I think it's the seaplane. I say it's the seaplane.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, now we're done with all those questions.
Unless otherwise authorized, what is the maximum indicated airspeed at which a person may operate uh below 200 knot? 250. Ah, so many numbers to remember.
Yeah, so there's two numbers to remember. There is the 250 and then the 200. When do you use the 200?
200 knots. think it's when you're flying in world class airspace. I
Yeah,
think
which class? Which class
class
airspace that you have to be a little
class
bit
B? No,
class.
class
Yeah.
E.
So these
It's
two
class
are
B is class D is class C. I don't remember which one it
a
is.
B as in busy. Be busy.
B, B. Okay,
Think about the
so
major airports like LAX or JFK
uh-huh.
or
So
Chicago O'Hare. Those are like really big airports, right? So class
yeah,
B will be B as in busy, really big airports.
okay. So I think it's in class E or class B. Or class B, I don't remember. It's class B?
Class B.
Class B. Okay.
And then so the answer is 250. And this
Okay.
250 is below 10,000 feet MSL.
10,000 feet. Mm-hmm.
Let's mark that one.
Unless otherwise authorized, the maximum indicators which aircraft may be flown or below two 2,500 feet AGL and within 400 combined off. God. Yes. Speed 230?
It's also 200.
It's also 200. Okay. So
So
just two number, right? 200 and 250.
yeah. So it's also class C airspace too. Let's just say airspaces, just airspaces. If you are below 200, 2,500 feet AGL, and if you are within 4 nautical
Mile.
miles of class C, and if you look here, it is class C or D, or if you're flying underneath class B. So just think if you're flying near airports, if you're flying near airports, class C or D, or under class B, then it's 200.
Okay.
And also look at this number too. 2,500 feet AGL is pretty low, comparatively low. So just think in your head, if I'm flying low to the ground, I should be slower. If I fly close to an airport, I should be slower. And the two numbers you want to remember is 200 and 250. So, 200, 250. So you try to think, oh, which one is it? And you're thinking, oh, I'm close to an airport or I'm flying low to the ground, lower to the ground. I should be
Slower.
200. Yeah, I should be slower. Let's mark this.
When flying Arizona line. 200
Yes.
when flying our VFR corridor designated through plus B. It's 202. Okay, except when necessary for takeover with the maximum minimum safe altitude of barrel radar. Uh, about I think it's B altitude of 500 feet above the surface and
So let's actually read this rule again because there's going to be more questions on this one.
okay, except when
Let's see. Altitudes. Where's altitudes? Minimum safe altitudes. All right. So
yeah,
here's the three things. Anywhere, over congested areas, and over other than congested areas. So that question you have to pay attention to what
A
it said anywhere. So anywhere, if the power unit falls, you have, or if your power unit fails, it has to be enough altitude to be able to land without hurting anybody. Over congested areas, over busy places. So, 1,000 feet above the highest and a horizontal radius of 2,000 feet. And over So this is over, think like cities. This is over cities.
Mm-hmm.
Other than congested areas, think about like countryside, 500 feet above the surface, except for open water or sparsely populated areas. So you must not be 500 feet to any person, vessel, vehicle, or structure. This is like in the countryside.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, oops. Okay, you're gonna get more questions on this one, so you have a chance to redeem yourself.
Ah, let's say step witness or take out over and then adjusting. Um,
Other than a congested area, so that means countryside. Think countryside.
so it's 500 feet and 500 feet from any other. Yeah.
I think we skipped the question. Oh, if it will load. If it will load, let's keep previous. Oh, there it is. Okay, go ahead.
Step necessary for takeoff. May not operating closer than within 500 feet.
Oh,
Okay, the
oh, that
correct.
that is the correct answer. If you look, I don't. It's
Yeah,
again. It says A. That is
yeah,
the correct answer.
correct one.
It's just glitching. It does that sometimes. Okay, 83.
7 may not be over.
Hit, oh,
It's the same question.
yeah, it's the same question. That's weird. Let's just keep going then.
When an ATC clearance has been obtained, no PIC may deviate from the clearance unless the pilot and amended clearance. One exception there is emergency.
Yeah, in an emergency, you can break any rule.
Huh? As
And
pilot in command of aircraft
um,
under which situation can you deviate from which can you deviate from clearance when operating? No, if an air clearance is not in response to a traffic alert and collision avoidance system.
yeah,
Hmm.
if you're about to hit somebody and you don't have time to tell the ATC that you're gonna break their
Yeah.
clearance.
This one looks like the emergency from the most compared to the other two choice.
Yeah, if you're about to hit somebody, you gotta move. You don't want to hit anybody.
Yeah, that's an
After,
emergency.
so after you move out of the way, then you call the tower and you say what happened. Tell them
Yeah.
because they're gonna be confused about why you're not following instructions.
When would the pilot be required to submit a detailed report of an emergency, which course to deviate? If requested by ATC within 48 hours.
Mm-hmm. So if you break a rule while you have an emergency, you don't need to report it unless they ask. Unless they ask. And if they ask, it's 48.
What action, if any, is appropriate if the pilot deviates from the ATC instruction during emergency is given priority? Oh, that's it. If request, so it's B. File a detailed report within 48 hours. Oh, okay.
Did
Opera
I?
14. I never see this code.
Yeah, so I don't think this is part of like I think this is more part of even though it's listed under regulations, I feel like this is more part of like VFR flying. It's not in here. Okay. Yeah, let's go over this. So A transponder, um,
Mm.
it submits a special code to the ATC so that the ATC is aware of you. So it assigns a special code to you, and then the ATC knows, oh, that's you. And then the mode C encoding altimeter tells the ATC what your altitude is. So not only
Mm-hmm.
can the ATC identify you, now they know what your altitude,
Left.
how high up you are.
Okay.
So when do you think you would need this? Would you need it if you were in Class B,
Yeah.
a busier airspace? Class D
Yeah.
is not.
I think the busy airspace.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yes. What is the specific fuel requirement for flying on during? Okay. Flying during daylight. So it's daylight. It's B. I think to fly for another at least 30 minutes.
Yep.
At night it's 45 minutes. So it's C.
Hmm.
During operation, within during operation within control airspace.
Oh, we didn't go over clouds, did we? I think we did long, long time ago. Do you remember that?
The clouds,
Like, how far apart do you need to be from clouds?
I don't
We
think
never. Okay.
so. I don't remember nothing within the about the cloud.
I think I might need to put it in this list. I keep finding things that are not complete that I need to add to my list. Good thing you're like my guinea pig. Okay, let's go over that because I feel like the next questions are gonna ask about the same question over again.
Okay.
Okay, so do you know what VFR stands for?
VFR, so vision flying vision flying requirements or
Rules, visual
vision
flight.
flight rules.
Basically, visual flight rules. Basically, there are rules that you need to follow that you can fly and the visually. That
Yeah.
means that you have to be able to see when you fly, right? So
Yes.
so the rules have to be like you have to avoid some clouds. If you fly through a cloud, you can't see. So that's breaking the rules. The
Mm.
visibility means how far you can see. Like, can you see at 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles? Um, the visibility, there's like rules about that because obviously if you can't see that far, you'll be breaking the rules. So we're going to go over all of those rules really quick so you'll be able to answer. Oh, just to warn you, the Zoom meeting will kick
Yeah.
us out soon.
10 minutes. Short flight rules.
Oh, here it is. We'll look at images. It's easy to see images.
Mm. First one.
Okay. So if you are, no, this is in kilometers. It's not right. Can I just go in here? I just want to open the picture. Let's just look at this, okay? So these are all the rules, and on the left side is the class of airspace, the height, and the flight visibility. Why is it in meters? Uh, this must be, oh, Melbourne is not in America.
Yeah. Feet.
Okay, learn to fly Melbourne. Melbourne's not in America. Should I get out my book? I just want to show you pictures so so it's easier to look at, but oh, this sucks. I want to show pictures.
Hmm. Did you check yeah, that one, the top left?
Or this
Oh,
one? This one
yeah.
is in kilometers.
Oh,
Pretty sure
okay.
that's not American either. Yeah, sorry, we're in America. We have to follow the FAA. Do, do, do. Blah, blah, blah. Who has time to read all of this? Where's the pictures?
I think I saw one on I don't know if that's the kilometers or it's a mile.
Oh, you want to go back here to the images?
Yeah, yeah. I think, or about the third one. See
This?
the third one? Yeah. What's the,
Yeah. This is uh this is not the complete everything.
uh,
Or should we just read the boring FAR again?
okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna read the boring FAR. That sucks. You know what's strange?
What?
We went over this rule, right? We read this rule together,
Yeah,
but
30 minutes and 40 fuel requirement. Yeah.
I didn't put this rule. This rule is like right after. I didn't put this rule inside
On
my
on the
list.
website, right?
Yeah. Okay. After today, I'll add that. Okay. Okay, so if you're flying in class A, flight visibility, this means like how far you can see out, is not
Mhm.
applicable. Your distance of clouds is not applicable. Do you know why?
It means you can.
It
You can.
means everybody who is flying in class A airspace is
Uh-huh.
not flying VFR. They are
You can
flying
see far.
IFR. If you're flying IFR, then it doesn't matter if you can't see out the window. Like, it doesn't matter about your flight visibility, and it doesn't matter your distance from clouds because you're not using your visual flight rules.
Yeah.
Um, here, we'll do class A, B, C, D later, but I'm just gonna show you picture. Class A, B, C, D, E, airspace. Okay, here are your airspaces. So class A is 18,000 MSL. So this is where all of the major airliners and jets are flying, and they don't fly under VFR rules. They're using IFR,
Um,
instrument flight
and for,
rules. So,
yeah.
and you, you, a VFR person, will not be flying 18,000 feet. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's why A, not applicable. B as in busy. If you
Hmm.
fly in B, you have to see at least 3 miles out, 3 statute miles, and you have to be clear of clouds. Okay.
Yes.
Class C airspace, so the smaller airports, still the same, 3 statute miles, but you have to be 500 feet below the cloud. You cannot be closer than 500 feet below the cloud, 1,000 feet above, and 2,000 feet horizontal. So it looks like this. Uh, let's just use this picture.
Okay,
That's
500.
not, that's not, that's not it. That is not it. Darn. 500 feet below. Oh, here. This picture. Okay. So if you're passing under the cloud, you're 500 feet below. If it's passing If you're like just next to the cloud, you have to keep a distance of 2,000 feet horizontal. If you're going above the cloud, you want to be 1,000
1,000.
feet above.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're flying, I asked my instructor, well, how do I know if I'm actually 2,000 feet or 500 feet next to the cloud? 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
we don't have rulers up there.
Yeah.
My instructor said to eyeball it. So that's what you do. You eyeball it.
Oh, you just eyeball it?
Yeah, you just eyeball it. Basically, do not be near the cloud.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, actually, 500 feet. Well, if you're going above or below the cloud, you can tell because you have an altimeter. So you can go to the level of the cloud, see how much feet that is, and then go to the top of the cloud, see how much feet that is using your altimeter, your altitude. Then
I
it's
mean,
easy for you to do 500 feet and 1,000 feet, right? But
so
to
you mean fly in the cloud to measure the height
no,
of
you don't fly into the cloud. Okay, if
but
my mouse is an airplane, right? I
uh
can fly up to here and I can see, oh, this is the bottom of the cloud. And I can say, oh, this cloud is at 5,000 feet. And then I keep flying up and I reach the top of the cloud. And I say, oh, that cloud is 6,000 feet. So I'm gonna say, I wanna fly above this cloud, so I'm gonna fly up to 7,000 feet, and then I'm gonna go above the cloud like that. I,
so
I
you
never,
just
I never
uh
touch the cloud. I never touch the cloud.
so you just like measure the level of the cloud with your eyes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly up to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna look at my altimeter, and I see, oh, this is about where the bottom of the cloud is. And I look at my
Mm-hmm.
altimeter, and it says like 5,000 feet, right? But I'm not touching the cloud. I still have to be 2,000 feet horizontal. That you just have to guess.
Okay.
If there is another pilot who knows better about how to guess how much 2,000 feet is, I would love to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're still reading that rule. Yeah, I'm gonna put this rule in my website. Um, Class
Class
D
D,
is the
class E.
same. Class E. Okay, so C and D are the same. Just memorize C, D. They're the same rules.
Okay.
B, the only difference is
Clear
has
of cloud.
the same visibility. The only difference is clear of clouds. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
mean by. Okay, now the different one is E. This is the different one. E is separated by two things: below 10,000 MSL and at or above 10,000 MSL.
Yes.
If you are below, then it's the same rule.